Good afternoon and thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Maya Holloway with your Midday Ark-La-Miss update. Starting off in some crime news, a Richland Parish man has been arrested after he kidnapped his son and held him at knife point. The incident began around 9 a.m. yesterday morning when the grandmother of the child called the Richland Parish Sheriff's Office saying the non-custodial parent kidnapped her 4-year-old grandson. Sheriff's deputies and officers with the Rayville Police Department went to a home on South Circle Drive where 35-year-old Cedric Lawson Jr. was holding the child at knife point in a parked car. Deputies eventually talked Lawson into giving up the knife. Lawson was then booked into the Richland Parish Detention Center on the following charges: 1 count of aggravated kidnapping, 4 counts of aggravated assault, and 6 counts of resisting a police officer. And with the recent hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico that have hit Louisiana, underwent something called rapid intensification. With warm waters and the right atmosphere, storms can explode in strength. And there are a few reasons why it happens. Shannon Hecht reports.
Rapid intensification of a hurricane is when wind speeds increase about 35 miles per hour in a day based on the pressure in a storm. And we're seeing it much more often.
If you go back 50 years and look at, 25 years of data and then the most recent 25 years, then there's been like a 30% increase in the number of hurricanes that have undergone rapid intensification.
Storms like Hurricane Laura, Ida, and Ian saw rapid intensification. There are a number of reasons why it happens, such as warm water that flows in from the Caribbean that creates pockets of deep, warm water.
Hurricane intensification has to do a lot with the ocean temperature and the heat content. So not only like what we call the sea surface temperature, but how much heat is below the ocean surface.
The warmer water from the Mississippi River also can help feed a storm as it gets closer to the coast.
Anything that intensifies near the coast, such as recently Hurricane Francine, that's a possibility that the river water had cut off the access to the hurricane of the cold waters. The more ocean observations we have, the more we learn what the different factors can be.
The atmosphere of the air also must have the right ingredients to help feed a storm. Dry air from Texas can help slow down the growth of a storm, and more moist air can feed into it.
That the dry air was being entrained into the hurricane, into Francine, as it was tracking over the warm core eddy. So it's possible the dry air was negating the effect of the warm core eddy.
With rapid intensification being more common, it shortens the runway for people to prepare for a storm. What is a Cat 2 in the middle of the Gulf can explode into a Cat 4 overnight, like we saw with Hurricane Ida.
I think we have to be aware that, this is happening, and the potential of rapid intensification is more of an issue than it used to be.
In Baton Rouge, I'm Shannon Hecht.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Sammy Petracco.
It's going to be a nice day today if you are looking for those high temperatures into the low to mid-90s and also to be expected to be outside. It's going to be a little bit different than what we have seen for the past few Fridays with a little bit of some possible rain, and this is going to be nice for those football Friday nights if you are looking forward to that. Again, we're not going to see too much. It's going to be sunny skies throughout much of the Ark-La-Miss for at least much of Friday, and actually as we head into tomorrow as well, you could see some cloud cover as you head into tonight and into tomorrow morning, but other than that, it is going to stay fairly sunny throughout much of the rest of the weekend, and that's going to keep our temperatures above average into the low to mid-90s, something we don't normally see around this time. Actually, that's not true. We do normally see it around this time. It's kind of what we expect to see, is these temperatures to be above normal, but previously we've seen temperatures that weren't. But then as we start to move into the rest of the end of the weekend and the start of next week, you see that front kind of move in. That's what's going to allow, again, some rain chances to move back in by midweek and late into next week. Daytime planner, again, plenty of sunshine. You're going to allow those temperatures to rise into the low to mid-90s. It's going to stay above average with overnight lows falling into probably the high 60s and low 70s, mainly clear with a few clouds moving in and calm. And then tomorrow, rinse and repeat, you're going to see those daytime highs into the low to mid-90s, more sunshine. It is going to be staying warm, and then as that weak front moves in next week, that's where you're going to start to see, again, those rain chances move in, and then also those temperatures start to drop back to more seasonal.
Well, that's it for your midday update. NBC News Daily continues. Have a great day.
When you see news happening, call the NBC